Welcome back to Busted Open. Doug Mortman, Dave LaGreca, joined by the Bella Twins, not only WWE Divas, but the stars of Total Divas, which is debuting Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on E. Ladies, great to meet you. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having us.
We're doing good, just trying to stay warm and cold in New York. What's going on?
Yeah, what the heck? I thought it was supposed to be 81 degrees.
It did get a little chilly the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Better than the heat wave, though.
That's
actually true. But see, we're Cali girls, so, we're used to that nice weather and the nice sun.
Well, you were in Brooklyn, and it was like 105 degrees the day that you were in Brooklyn.
That was
true. So hot.
So we'd rather have it how it is today than that.
Well, what's it like to have your life played out on reality TV?
Well, I guess we're going to find out this Sunday, but filming, it was, I would say the first few days, it was a little tough to adjust, having cameras follow you everywhere, and it was a little embarrassing, but then it was weird. You got used to it, and I just didn't even realize they were there anymore.
Nikki, we saw you, the big vignette that's being played a lot right now is you and John and, kind of talking about, marriage and the wedding bells and, seeing your sister and Daniel shopping for rings and stuff. That's some personal stuff that's being played out on TV with a guy. Remember, this is a pro wrestling show, so we're looking at this from like, wow, John Cena there, and all the ladies are interested in you, and talk about the personalities and major personalities that are involved in this show.
Right. Well, that's the one thing that's going to be amazing about Total Divas is they do capture these real moments that we have in our life that you usually keep so private, and now the whole world's going to see it. And I actually like it because some people can learn from those real moments and they could actually relate to us, which is awesome. And like that moment with John, here this one's ring shopping and gets me all excited and I just want to start talking about things. I mean, I'm a woman. Can you blame me? I found the man of my dreams. So I want to, just lock him down.
Well, and I think that's the cool thing, too, about WWE and E collaborating on this project is that the WWE Universe is going to be so excited to see their superstars and divas interacting together. But I think the great thing with the E audience is that they're going to be introduced to not only the superstars and divas, but they're going to see these real relationships, which is what the E audience loves.
Now, you couldn't find two opposite guys then. So Daniel Bryan and John Cena.
I know.
You would be
it
shocked
shows
at the
our
Bella twins
personalities.
Yes, that we are actually
Night and
very
day.
opposite, even though we are identical twins. But when you look at both Daniel Bryan and John Cena, that is exactly who Nikki and I are. I love everything.
She likes beards and hair.
Obviously.
I respect
and
the
I don't
beard.
like hair.
Yes, the more grunge to the clean cut. But that's Nikki and I.
Interesting. Now, obviously, you guys, I'm sure, hang out with the fellas together quite a bit. How did the guys get along?
Oh, awesome.
They get along great.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm really excited for SummerSlam in August because we're going to see them battle it out and they are friends. They like each other. They get along. So I'm actually excited to see some fists getting thrown and get a little rough.
There might be some fighting going on here
We'll probably have the
backstage.
bigger fight, actually.
Interesting.
Saying who's going to win.
Now, because this could break you two apart. I mean, your two guys are in the ring together at SummerSlam. I mean, there's going to be some heat between the two of you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the end, we all know my guy is going to win. So, I mean, maybe heat for Bree,
really?
but I'm in a pretty good spot.
that
I might
is
have
not
to
the
say
popular decision right
no.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the wrestling world, our fans, the Busted Open Nation, they're predominantly going to be rooting for Daniel Bryan.
Thank you.
That's pretty much a fact.
And
the
thank you
Cena
all.
Nation and Nikki Bella, we're going to be rooting. We're going to be rooting for the other side.
I mean, is it tough when you think about John and think about how much crap he takes from wrestling fans? I mean, it can't be easy. I'm sure, he could be walking down the street and I can't imagine what people say necessarily.
Actually, everyone's really cool and sweet to him. I think it's more a fun thing for the fans when you're live at a show to do the Cena chant. So I think that's more fun for the crowd. But when we're out in the public and the times I've been with him, everyone is so sweet to him. Everyone wants to meet him, get his autograph, and he does it for everyone. So I only see that type of stuff when we're actually at shows. So I think it's just more fun for the audience because he is the face of the company. He's been the face of the company for a long time. So it's like they're having fun with him.
Does he wear the Cena T-shirt and the jorts when you guys go out?
Yes, and I wear the same outfit. It's crazy. We're like Twinkies.
I'm sure you
they're
wear it much better. By the way.
Yes, I have to say, John and Nicole are very well dressed, which you will get to see on Total Divas.
Yeah, we are.
How nicely dressed they both are, and then you're going to see Bryan and I, and
they look like they just came out of doing a garden or something.
And we probably did.
Yes,
but you will definitely.
Earthy.
Yeah, we're very earthy, but it's funny because we try to come to their level, like when we go to dinner with them, which you'll see in Total Divas, which is awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I
mean, I left the flip flops
Bree,
on, but I did.
Look at the dress you're wearing. Everyone loves to dress up. Come on.
I do. Don't twist my arm. I do like to dress up.
I can't lie. When watching that vignette with you and John, seeing him with a shirt and a tie, it threw me for a loop. I'm like, well, what's going on here? He actually
handsome.
He has a secondary wardrobe, is what you're telling me.
Yes, a very big secondary wardrobe. He's getting a lot into fashion, which is really cute. And he'll probably kill me for saying that, but he knows his fashion. He's so well dressed. He's getting into linens right now, which is so freaking cute.
Oh boy.
But
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you're well dressed. That's kind of what he'll do.
Yeah, you do. You
look real nice.
You
Look at even your shoes match your shirt.
Thank you very much.
Did you guys' wives dress you? Yeah.
I'm not married.
Wife
He's married.
without wife.
So
your
I dress
girlfriend
myself.
dress you?
I dress myself.
Me too. High five.
Now, what from this show? Give me one thing about Daniel Bryan and one thing about John Cena that we're going to learn from watching this show.
I don't know if we should give it away. I think you kind of got to tune in and see what you'll learn.
I think
from
one thing with Daniel and myself that you'll see is I think people are going to be shocked how long we've been together and how serious we are. Because I think, we never came out. We just kind of let our relationship come out as people saw us more together. But I think when people tune in Total Divas, they will be shocked to see how far along and where Bryan and I are in our lives. And I think the WWE universe especially will have be like, wait, what? And the audience will just love it.
And I guess with John, you'll definitely get to see, a sensitive side of him. I think everyone's always seen the superhero. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to get to see him as a real person and in a relationship. So I think the WWE universe will actually really enjoy seeing that.
Well, Bree, from hearing your sister, you're talking about ring shopping and whatnot. Are there wedding bells in the future?
You're going to have to watch.
They have their kids' names picked out.
God.
Vomit.
Okay. Whoa. How's that vomiting?
Is that the kid's name? Vomit?
Yeah.
I know you're earthy, but come on.
Hey, well.
Actually, now her wheels are turning. She's like, wow, I think I like it.
I know. I'm like, ooh, what a great middle name.
Let me ask you this, because you mentioned John, face of the company. We think that Daniel Bryan, could be also a face of the company.
Completely agree.
That said, we're looking at him. The wrestling fans obviously adore him, have loved him for 10 some years. All right, the kids are starting to freak out about Daniel Bryan with the beard and the respect the beard shirt.
And yes.
So and yes, which everybody can love.
Yeah.
But that said, will people watch him on the E! Show, and will they get a better perspective of him, specifically the female demographic, and be like, wow, there's a lot of appeal to Daniel Bryan here, too. I got to flip on WWE.
Exactly. I totally think that. And the one thing is that when the cameras are on with the reality show, I was blown away just how, Bryan, the Bryan I know, I didn't know if people were going to see that when the cameras were on, because you never know how people can get. And you will definitely see how charming he is, how sweet he is. There's something about Bryan that people just can't help but fall in love with. And it's because he's such a sweet, humble person. And that really shines on the show. And I have to say, too, he's hilarious. It's not just his character on WWE, but just alone as a person, he's really funny. And they capture that. At times I'm like, oh my gosh, you're showing me up. Hey, this is my show.
Yeah, I have to agree with Bree. You do see a very cool side of Bryan.
And I think the E! audience is going to be like, what is with this guy? There's something about him, and I think they'll definitely tune into WWE Raw or SmackDown to see more.
I think a lot of people, after the show airs, are going to start growing beards because girls are going to be into it after they get to know Bryan.
Right. Dang, I'm going to have to protect my man. I'm going to be like, ugh. Well, at least I'm a wrestler, right?
Yeah,
I know
seriously.
the moves. No one's going to get near him.
Wow. Now, do you have a good relationship with Vince McMahon?
Yes.
Okay. So were you in Vince's ear saying, come on, Vince, come on, push my man here. He's a main eventer. He could possibly be the face of the company.
Well, the best thing is I didn't have to, because you just watched Bryan, and Vince saw it before any of us saw it. He definitely saw something in Daniel Bryan, and so I didn't even have to whisper anything. He He saw it before I did, so.
Bree, speaking of Vince, I got to ask, did he have anything to say to you after your segment on Raw on Monday?
I knew that was coming.
What, did I miss something?
Right? You know,
Not much to see. Not much to see.
Yeah.
Let me just jump in real quick before you answer, because I got to be honest. I watched it a few times for research purposes only.
For research, that's right.
Now, what I noticed was you had no clue what was going on. So
No
I
clue.
can't fault you. It was completely accidental. So, I mean, you walk backstage. What can they really say to you?
Well, the thing is, though, we are PG, and, it is a lot of it my fault. I was taped in Austin, Texas, the humidity, and, but that is on me, and of course our company is going to be
Upset about it.
Bummed about it. Yes. And, I apologize because I was completely embarrassed. That's not me. That's the last thing I want the world to see.
Sure.
So,
Right.
I was really embarrassed. And I think, too, being a woman, that's like the last thing you want. So I was bummed out. But, hey, show must go on. And you just learn from it. And now, I'm going to be 20 pieces of tape
You're really
instead
going
of
to tape
10.
it in.
So,
I was just amazed how you were able to get that USA on your left breast. I didn't think that was
Oh,
possible.
either was I. It was great timing with USA and myself.
Dave, you are something else, brother.
But, yeah. So
Not an easy situation,
life.
but I'm sure you'll deal with it in a very classy way.
But you know what? The timing, listen, it went by quick. I don't think a lot of people noticed it. You got the show coming up
not
on
a lot of people
Sunday.
noticed
It's
it, Dave.
fine.
if
It's fine.
the internet didn't exist, I don't think anyone would have known about
No,
it.
you're right. You're absolutely right because
Or DVR.
watching it live, I did not notice it at all.
Yeah, that DVR.
Gotta
But
have binoculars to see.
But
DVR.
Twitter blew up, and
it was
Facebook
bad for
blew
Bree,
up.
I'll tell you, because a lot of people were going with the slow-mo. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Let's talk about the Divas division for a second, because minus, let's say, the AJ Caitlyn program, I haven't seen a lot of programs in the Divas division right now.
Right.
So I mean, where are you guys at? And I want to ask both of you. Do you love being professional wrestlers for the entertainment side, or do you love being a pro wrestler?
We love entertaining, but we love being pro wrestlers. Like Nikki and I, when we left in that 11 months, all we could think about was how much we missed the ring. Like, we love being in there. We love, like, trying to come up with new things. We just love wrestling. Like, it's something that we just are so addicted to. And, the fun thing, I think what you get to see from the Bella Twins a lot is we don't do the same things all the time. We're always doing something different. And we just hope, like, with Total Divas, that's going to bring more storylines, not for just 2 divas, but for all of the roster and all the divas having, like, great storylines, seeing us more in the ring. And that's why it's like we want people to always come out to WWE Live, because the divas do get 10-minute matches, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sure.
So that's why we always are like, everyone come see us at WWE Live, because you'll actually get to really see the action of the divas. But we love wrestling.
Yeah, I love it. I'm excited because there's some, right before I had to get on crutches, there's a few moves that I came up with, like very unique, what no one's done. And I was like, I can't do it now for like 12 weeks. But
I have to say, even though Nikki's going to be like, ugh. But since she has been on crutches the last 5 weeks, I've been lucky enough to wrestle Naomi on the live events, and I've had, I've had so much fun having single matches, and just like I love tagging with my
single
sister.
matches are a lot more fun.
But just having single matches and just owning it on my own has been so much fun.
Well, this Monday night,
you'll catch Natalia and I.
Ooh.
So
yeah, very good
sure you
match.
tune in.
Oh, that's
very
right.
good match.
Because that show is already in the can. That's true.
Yes.
And Nikki, what is wrong with the foot? How long are you, it's going to be? 12 weeks, or is it like 7-8 weeks now? Or where are you in the process?
So it's I have a stress fracture in my right tibia, and I've already been on crutches for 5 weeks. I have 3 weeks left. And then the 4 weeks after that, I'll just have to, be careful with it and see the growth of the bone and what I can do.
How did this happen?
It was over time, just wrestling and hiding an injury. It was lesson learned that the minute you feel pain, get something checked out. And I just wanted to keep on going and not be sidelined. And you get to the point that you just can't keep going anymore. Your leg just stops. So
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing. You guys were, like you said, on what, 11-month hiatus. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to get back. Yeah. Take us back to the hiatus. Why did you guys just need to kind of get away for a while? Why did you guys take that leave?
Well, we just, we were going 5 years strong. And I just think, too, like, we just thought like, okay, let's take a break because we never took a break. We went year round, nonstop, and also I think business wise too. It's like let's let them miss us a little bit, the WWE universe, like kind of get ourselves together and then come back strong, and be like, Bellas are back, and everyone would be like, yes. Like,
it's
we don't want them to get sick of us.
Yeah.
It's worked, absolutely.
Yeah, and so
Thank
it's
you.
nice, and I think too at our ages, you get to a point like we're 29 years old, almost 30.
Bree, you're not supposed to say that.
I know, but we look 20. I did get carded
True.
the other day. I was
Hey,
like, thanks.
Wikipedia, we could look up
Right,
your age
that's
anyway.
true,
It's
that's
easier.
But the thing is too, as a woman, you need to walk away a little bit and go, okay, when do I want to be a mother and a wife, and when
Well,
should
girl,
I be
she
thinking
keeps
about that?
talking about this mother stuff. I'm not ready for any of that.
She's not, but you do think about that, and
Right.
unfortunately, I can't be pregnant and wrestle. But when we did leave, I'm like, you know what? I'm nowhere near ready. I think around like 5 more years, I'll start having babies. So
You got it all planned out.
She has it.
oh my!
all
I am
planned
one
out.
of those.
Poor
like,
Bryan.
What do you mean, poor Bryan? He's right there with me. We got like our 5-year plan. Like,
You
we
say
just
poor
love it.
Bryan. Bryan could be thrilled about this.
That's true. No, you're right. Actually, Bryan would be very thrilled about all that.
Of course.
I'm just glad you're not with the Miz. After watching Miz TV,
You're
I'm
glad.
so glad that you guys are with John Cena and Daniel Bryan and not the Miz.
Thank
Oh
you.
my
I
God.
He
do
has
too.
to be the most annoying person on the face of the earth. Am I right?
I might have to agree with you.
Oh boy, you just got to get your Miz
He's
digs in.
but he's a great guy, but could
But-
not date him.
Yeah.
Understood. Now, I think this is a byproduct of your on-screen characters, but you guys get the rep for kind of, getting the claws coming out and whatnot.
of course.
So, on Total Divas, are we going to see Nikki and Brie kind of, defending your turf, or are we going to see Nikki and Brie as a mentor to some of the younger divas?
Both. Defending our turf, definitely with like the Funkadactyls, and even with newbie Eva Marie trying to be like a Bella twin, but also us giving advice to Eva Marie and JoJo, and even at times the Funkadactyls too, because we've been here for so long and we've been through everything. So we definitely give advice, but hey, it's entertainment. So you give advice, but then you're like, okay, now don't go
You
trying to
watch
take
them
my
close.
spot.
You always
So-
got to protect your spot,
You
right?
do.
Yes.
I mean, it's entertainment, but
You'll definitely see Nikki and I not being the Bella twins. We're being ourselves on Total Divas. We aren't being our characters. So, you'll be actually like, oh my gosh, they're really sweet, or they are nice. But then you will see times where it's like, whoa, that was a little Bella. So
can't help it once you put on the outfit. Once you put on the Bella outfit, you go Bella.
Now, Cena, Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. We have the E-reality show. Is that going to kind of like cross one another? Are we going to see a little bit of this dip into Raw?
I have actually no idea. We did our first, or I guess it was our second Total Divas segment this past Monday. So I have no idea as of now. No, Bree and I will have our own war backstage in separate rooms. So I'm not sure.
Interesting.
It's kind of, tough because we are characters on WWE and Total Divas is real. So it could be confusing to intertwine them both, but you never know.
I think that's probably part of the beauty and why the WWE is, I'm sure, in love with this show, and that it's exactly what WWE wants, to keep you guessing.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
know
true.
what's real, what's not.
Right.
even us guessing.
That's, by the way,
Yeah,
great
good.
in pro wrestling. If we don't
Yeah.
know if it's real or not, now you're winning us over.
Totally.
Before we let you go, I got to ask both of you. You came back shortly before WrestleMania 29, and we were looking forward to the mixed gender tag match, which
Yeah.
ends up getting cut.
Yes.
Right.
That's got to be a bitter pill to swallow. You're back.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
ready to compete on the grandest stage of them all, and now it's not on the show anymore.
Definitely. Oh, that definitely hurt. And what's great about tuning into Total Divas, especially because I think it's this Sunday that episode airs, is the cameras were still rolling. Like they have us walking to Gorilla, us getting cut and walking out of Gorilla. They have it
Wow.
all on tape. They have our reactions, how we felt after. They have it all on tape, and you're going to see it all in the episode. And
And I think people at
It-
first were like, "Oh, was that for the Total Divas show?" It's like, no, it absolutely wasn't.
that was one of the
we
worst
were
feelings ever to get. Like,
ready to go out, and
Brie and I have our full like top hats and
Oh, we were
veil
all
and
ready.
like our gloves. Like we have full like it was New York, so we wanted
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra feel like New York, and we had our canes and like.
But
we
it was-
just like the minute
yeah.
they told us like it was cut, like the hat
was
I think started to
heart-wrenching.
droop, and I was like, oh, it felt like doing the walk of shame.
Yeah,
back.
it really did. But it was really like you'll see on us how it was really hard. And, it was really sad. But we just hope, we make it up. Maybe this year we can have a revenge match in New Orleans and,
Hey, Damian Sandow might be a world heavyweight champion at some point.
Yeah,
so
we won't mind. Do that.
They're awesome. I love the Rhodes Scholars.
No, we do. We love
Rhodes Scholars no longer.
No more.
No, yeah.
But I love
Which is
Cody
sad.
and I love Damon. Like, I think they were just so awesome to work with. They were a lot of fun.
All right, last question for me. How awkward is it when Stephanie and Triple H get into arguments about who didn't do the dishes that morning or why wasn't the laundry done?
I think it's so entertaining, but I think because I've been in a marriage for 29 years with this one, so we bicker exactly like they do. So
she still makes me do
to
the
now
dishes.
Watch other people do it. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. I get it. Like, that's what we do. So I love it. I think it's so entertaining.
Nikki Bella, Brie Bella. Of course, the Bella Twins, Total Divas starts this Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern on E! We'll certainly be watching. I think this is an amazing opportunity. You're going to, I think, jump into a whole group of women that don't know about you, and I think they might jump over to WWE, and I think you're going to get us from WWE World jumping over to watch who knows what unfolds with all the guys and you gals and the newbies and whatnot. I think this is going to be great. 10 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. We'll be watching, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bellas.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yes.